Imagine this. You're hiking in the lush mountains of Hawaii. Birds chirping, wind blowing, trees swaying. And suddenly, a drone buzzes overhead. Then, poof, it releases hundreds of thousands of mosquitoes. Wait, what? Why would anyone drop mosquitoes into a forest? Here's the wild part. They're doing it to save birds. Yes! This is a real high-tech mosquito war playing out right now in Hawaii, and it might just be the key to stopping an extinction. Not all mosquitoes bite. Only the females do. The males? They just sip nectar and live quiet lives. Scientists in Hawaii are breeding special lab-grown male mosquitoes that don't bite at all. But they carry a secret weapon. A harmless bacteria called Wolbachia. When these males mate with wild females, the eggs laid by the female can't hatch. Boom! No baby mosquitoes. No more disease-carrying swarms. Hawaii used to be home to over 50 types of honeycreeper birds, beautiful, colorful, and found nowhere else on Earth. But now, climate change has pushed mosquitoes into the birds' high mountain homes. These mosquitoes carry a deadly disease called avianmalaria, and it's wiping out bird populations. Some birds, like the akikiki, are already functionally extinct in the wild. That means, even if one bird swipes right on Tinder, there's no match left. The situation is that desperate. So now, every week, scientists are sending custom-built drones into the mountains of Maui and Kauai. Each drone drops about 500,000 male mosquitoes into the forests. Yes, 500,000. Every week. This isn't some trial run. This is a full-scale, high-stakes rescue mission. The technique is called Incompatible Insect Technique. It's been used before to fight diseases like dengue and zika. But this is the first time in history it's being used to save wild animals. Convincing the public wasn't easy. Hey, we're going to release 1 million mosquitoes into your backyard. Yeah, people freaked out. It took years of research, legal approvals, and door-to-door community outreach just to get the green light. And even once approved, helicopters were too expensive. The terrain was too dangerous. So engineers designed specialized drones with temperature-controlled chambers. To make sure the little mosquito VIPs don't die from heat on the way up. It'll take months, maybe even years, before enough female mosquitoes are stopped from reproducing. But experts agree if they don't act now, more bird species could disappear forever. The good news? One bird, the amakihi, is showing signs of evolving resistance to malaria. If the scientists can just buy enough time, nature might find a way to fight back. In fact, China once ran the world's largest mosquito factory on Hainan Island, and had early success in some test zones like Guangzhou. In cities like Guangzhou, especially around 2016 to 2019, Chinese scientists did use Wolbachia-infected male mosquitoes to control populations of Aedes aegypti, the mosquito that spreads dengue, zika, and chikungunya. Chinese scientists saw over 80 to 90% reductions in mosquito populations in trial zones. The technique was backed by international entomologists and published in respected journals. Chinese researchers in Guangzhou ran the world's largest mosquito breeding facility, releasing millions of sterilizing male mosquitoes in controlled zones. And it worked at first. Mosquito populations dropped by over 90%. Dengue cases declined. So why didn't it work in 2025? Recently, in southern China's Guangdong province, thousands of people have been infected with a painful tropical disease called Chikungunya. It's spread by Aedes mosquitoes, the same ones that spread dengue and zika. The virus can cause fever, rash, joint pain, so severe that people bend over in agony. In fact, the name Chikungunya comes from an African word meaning to become contorted with pain. There's no cure, no vaccine, and no quick fix. Even the US CDC issued a level 2 travel advisory for the region. China took bold steps before many others. Its scientists were pioneers in mosquito control technology. But today's outbreak shows that even pioneers must pause and ask, where did we lose ground? What didn't we see coming? How do we rebuild trust and prepare for the next summer, the next storm, the next outbreak? There's no shame in asking those questions, only danger in ignoring and covering them.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Share it, because some stories are meant to be discovered together. And stay curious. I'll see you in the next chapter.